Welcome back. It is Thursday, May 16th, and the MLB R3 best bets are on the way. It's Austin, joined by Logan. Let's dive into a recap from yesterday. Another 2-2 day that's back-to-back. Really feels like our reads have been pretty good the last 2 days, Logan. We just are itching, and one of those sweeps is coming. Let's talk about Yankees and Twins under 4.5 first 5. No thanks to Mr. Pablo Lopez. He gave up 10 hits. The fact we even cashed that one with 10 hits, woo! We'll take that. Now, our hit parlay was sweat-free. Contreras and Freddie Freeman hit parlay. Both got it done. Our hit parlays have been scorched earth. I think that's, 10 of our last 13 we have cashed. So if you aren't tapped into those, you're missing out on free money. Our losers, though, a little frustrating. Tanner Houck didn't pitch well. I'll give him that. He did not pitch well. Got taken out at 17 outs. Threw his most pitches on the season, 112. I told you he'd have a long leash. Just wasn't very efficient. And we did add Ryan Mountcastle down below in the pinned comment for over in bases. He ended with one base. We had plenty of chances. We almost got a third AB against Kikuchi, which is the reason we took it. Then, of course, we had him on deck, ready to go. And Adley sends a homer. That's a walk-off homer. So painful there, 2-2. Not really much we can do there. Lose a little bit of juice. Not the worst thing in the world. But before we dive into the picks, though, number one, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button down below. We certainly appreciate it. Let us know your favorite picks. It is a Thursday slate, which is typically a shorter slate. So we have 3 picks. We'll talk about 2 of them in the video. And the first one, or the third one, whichever you want to call it, will be our daily hit parlay on Odd Checker. Like I said, if you haven't tapped into these, you're missing out. These have been the things we've been scorched earth on. We might start doing more hit parlays because we've been so good on them this season. Go check it out. Top link in pinned comment, description, and at the end of the video, we typically, right after we do the video, edit it and get the video live. We send out the article over to Odds Checker for them to edit it and post it on their website. So definitely tap into those. Another 2 hitters we love to get hits today. Done really well on them. Go check it out. Pinned comment, description down below at the end of the video or whatnot. There's plenty of different ways. We also tweet it out and whatnot. But Logan, we'll let you lead things off with a team that has been pretty good to our bankroll this season. Backing the team on the money line. Who are you backing?
Yeah, I'm going out to Chicago, and I'm taking the Cubs on the money line, minus 130 odds on DraftKings. Yeah, go Cubs go tonight. Hopefully we're playing that song, Flying the W flag. Hopefully the vibes are great for this money line pick. Now, after a 7-1 win in Atlanta, I finally saw what I needed to see from the Cubs offense. It just looked like complete garbage prior to that. They looked so hapless. They would get a few guys on base, and then it was just stranded. A win like that should carry over and inspire a pretty good effort back at home against a divisional rival. Baseball is a game of momentum. It's a game of runs. It's a game of streaks, all that sort of stuff. I finally saw the start of what I believe to be a pretty decent streak for the Cubs, and it starts with Justin Steele on the mound. Justin Steele starts for the Cubs today, 4.73 ERA and a 1.2 whip. Obviously, Steele, he just faced this Pirates team. He got rocked. 4 innings pitched, 6 earned runs. A performance like that today probably won't give us a chance to win that game. Although that was a very crazy game in which the Pirates and Cubs went back and forth and back and forth. This is his first home start since, that was his first road start since being back. I don't really hold that against him, right? At home, Steele is a completely different pitcher. Steele, 0.96 ERA in one home start this year compared to whatever that was in Pittsburgh. So again, Steele is one of those pitchers that obviously pitching at Wrigley Field, he pitches a lot better. And I think when you look at this Pirates team, yeah, at times they've hit lefties all right. They're hitting decent against them, but they're not as scorched earth as the narrative wants to. I've heard a lot of people say, oh, the Pirates crush lefties. What are you looking at? I mean, 242 batting average, that's okay. 728 average or 728 OPS. Okay, those are okay stats. I still trust Steele to strand some of those base runners today. He can give up a few hits to those Pirates hitters, but the Pirates are 27th in OPS and 28th in batting average with runners in scoring position. If you've ever backed the Pittsburgh Pirates and you watch one of those performances when they would strand a million base runners, it would be maddening, right? You want to throw something. I don't see Pittsburgh being able to give Jones a whole lot of run support today, and that leads into who's starting for the Pirates today. It's Jared Jones, 2.68 ERA and a 0.87 whip. Jones went 6 innings pitched, gave up 3 runs, 2 of them earned runs. The bullpen collapsed hard in that Cubs win in that one. Cubs won 7-2 when Jared Jones just faced them. Now he makes his first career start in Wrigley, and I hate the spot for him. Cubs 5th in OPS and 10th in batting average at home. Cubs are a different team playing at Wrigley. This is when I want to back them, especially with Justin Steele on the other side. Look at the Cubs, their season-long record. 13-6 at home, 10-6 as a favorite. Typically when you don't want to back the Cubs is on the road or in their underdog role. They're not that profitable there. But at Wrigley, they have shown the ability to be profitable for us as well. Even when Shota's not on the mound, that's okay. I'll settle for Justin Steele today with Suzuki and Bellinger back in the lineup, finally in their normal spots. I trust the bats to be there against Jones today. I think they give Justin Steele run support, and seeing a strikeout specialist like Jared Jones a second time around will be good for Chicago, because with these strikeout pitchers, you know they're put away pitches because you just saw it. You just saw it last week. Cubs 24th in bullpen ERA, Pirates 22nd in bullpen ERA. There's not a really advantage bullpen wise for either of these two teams. So the question is, with both two vulnerable bullpens, each team's hit the other bullpen. Who do you trust more to do the hitting today? Who do you trust more to get those runners in scoring position home? I trust the Chicago Cubs to be able to capitalize that on that. And I do like them on the money line. The price is not ridiculous because Justin Steele hasn't started a lot and he hasn't looked all that great in some of his starts. But I do like them at this price, minus 130. Go ahead and take it against the Buccos. But Austin, where are you going for your pick today?
I'm going out to Houston, where I'm backing a team that is trying to avoid getting swept. And I'm not backing the Oakland Athletics in terms of them covering the run line or not, but I think they put up some runs today. I'm taking their team total over 1.5 in the first 5 innings. It is just 1.5. It's minus 125. I don't see the line changing a ton in this one. I would take it up to about minus 135, maybe minus 140, and that's probably as high as I would go. Now, for my FanDuel people out there, I don't have an exact same bet because FanDuel does not offer first 5 team totals. However, I don't mind a first 5 same game parlay, which was Athletics plus 2.5, and the over 2.5 in the first 5. Obviously, you would need some runs from the A's to cash that, and I think they get you at least 2 or 3 runs. It would really come down to how Joey Estes pitches for the A's, and personally, I don't want to trust him, which is why I'm not backing the Athletics on the run line, but I really do think the A's bats show up after being pretty quiet so far through this series. Now, let's talk about who's going to be on the bump for the Astros. It's going to be Christian Javier, and he hasn't looked great. I mean, his first start of the year against the Yankees, pretty good, but the last 3 haven't looked great. 2, 2, and 7 earned runs. He did get injured early in April, returned last Saturday, and didn't look like he was healthy. He went out there and only threw 1 1/3, gave up 5 hits, 4 walks, 7 earned runs to the Tigers. Now, Tigers have been a more consistent offense than the A's, but they're kind of on brand. They both have some good bats in there, but they both are not consistent at all in terms of you never know what you're getting from them. Now, so far through this series, the A's bats have not been there, but I'm confident they can get the job done. And if Javier's not 100% healthy, I'm not going to wait for him to get healthy. They're going to keep trotting him out there, and I think that we'll see some opportunities here for the A's. We're just probably going to need some timely hits. Now, so far in this series, the A's through 5 innings have scored 2, 0, and 0 runs. Yesterday, Framber Valdez cooked them up, but he was a lefty, and the A's have struggled against lefties. So far, they've been pretty good against righties. In May, the A's 8th in batting average, 7th in walk percentage, and 2nd in WRC+. First right-handed pitchers, obviously Javier is a righty. Now you look at the last 4 right-handed pitchers that faced the A's, they allowed 2, 2, 2, and 0 earned runs. The only guy that allowed 0 was Ronel Blanco. Yeah, we know how that worked. He got ejected. He was cheating. So, and he had plenty of base runners too in that game. They had bases loaded in the first inning, just couldn't get a hit there. We look at a guy like Javier. He was really good back in 2022. 2023 was kind of seeing a downturn. This year, the stats are not there backing up what he's been. 10th percentile in walk percentage, 17th in strikeout percentage, and 1st in ground ball percentage. So number one, he's not getting the swings and misses. If you remember Javier, when he was really, really good, it was in 2022. He had like a 30-something% K rate. Now that's down to like 16. Then you look at his hard hit percentage. It's not great there either. Not keeping the ball on the ground. 1st in hard ground ball percentage. That's terrible. And all in that, he gives up a lot of free base runners. He has like a 13% walk rate. So while the A's don't have the most talented bats, they might see Javier bail them out, where they don't need to swing their bat. They keep it on their shoulder. I'm not confident Javier can consistently throw strikes, especially if he's not 100% healthy. So it is disgusting, but I think the A's have a chance at, hopefully avoiding the sweep here today. And they aren't going to avoid a sweep if they can't put up any runs here. So I think they can get the Javier. His outs line is only 14.5, juiced on the over, but still 14.5. And his earned runs line is 2.5. It is plus money on the over, but we don't need him. We could go 15 outs or 5 innings pitched and give up 2 hits and still, go under that earned runs line, but we only need 2. Errors are on our side here. There's a bunch of different ways I think we could cash this. I think we have plenty of base runners. Comes down if the A's can get us a timely hit or 2, and I think they might be able to get them today if they can just choke up on the bat, or maybe just take a free base on balls and let the next guy figure it out. So I would like the A's team total over 1.5 in the first 5 innings, minus 125 as my favorite bet of the day. But Logan, any final thoughts before we sign out of here?
No, I like your pick. It is always scary trusting the Oakland Athletics. I'm sure people in the comments will let us know that the A's are not the best baseball team to back, but that's okay. Even the worst teams sometimes put up some fight against Christian Javier. I do like that pick. And no Nerfy for us today, guys. If you saw kind of what happened yesterday, I saw Nerfy Nation feasting in the early slot. And then, oh my gosh, I think like 6 or 7 Nerfies in a row all happened in that late game. Yes, if you're on social media, you know that the Nerfy imbalance has actually been a lot in our favor. But if you look at the slate today on a very limited slate, there's one obvious kind of Nerfy. That's the Justin Steele, Jarrett Jones Nerfy, right? I don't trust Nerfies at Wrigley, guys. It's just kind of where I am. It's a very hitter friendly ballpark in some dimensions. But Nerfy Nation, we will hopefully return tomorrow with a bigger slate.
Yeah, we have a good series we're looking forward to. I think the Mets and Marlins is a matchup, I believe, this weekend. That's probably Nerfy we will look at in that series. So stay tuned, Nerfy Nation. We'll fly the flags maybe tomorrow or maybe on Saturday or something. We'll fly the flags. Well, I know you guys love them. We love Nerfies. We just can't. There's nothing worse than losing a Nerfy. I'll tell you that, when you just get some garbage or a pitcher just isn't locked in. Hopefully, if we're to lose one today, hopefully that's Jared Jones giving him like 6 earned runs in the first inning. But those are favorite picks of the day. A reminder, go check out our hit parlay on Odds Checker, 100% free. You don't have to even sign up or hit them with an email or anything like that. It's just free. You just click a link at the top of the description or in the pinned comment, or I'll put it right now on the screen once it is live, typically around 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So check it out. We've been really dialed in on them, and we're going to cash again today. So check that out. We'll see you guys back again tomorrow with some more picks. See you then. Peace.